ton of bands. I mean, a ton of clubs.
And venues, yeah.
Oversaturation almost.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there's a lot of great local bands, and I think, if anything, it just inspires to, push yourself creatively when songwriting and stuff. And
Really good outlets with all the venues, so
yeah.
they do a good job of handling the amount of bands that we have in town. And then there's a lot of crossing paths with other bands, which is nice, kind of a community spirit.
But not enough showgoers. Would you agree? I mean, it's so many
They're all
venues.
playing
I don't
in
know.
bands on the same nights
Yeah.
that you're playing.
Yeah.
We were
Right.
going to say the problem with the scene up here is that none of the clubs are big enough to hold our crowds.
Yeah.
About 5 years ago or so, there were a lot more bands playing that I like than there are right now. Which is not to saying that there aren't great bands playing right now. It's just, with so many of them out there, it's really hard to take a gamble and just go out and see a bunch of bands you've never heard of before. You're less likely to do that since it's happening every single night.
Mm-hmm.
Not having vocals is if you get like a coworker or somebody who isn't really into the local music scene, or they only listen to like popular music or a totally different style or something, when they end up hearing us, their first complaint will be, well, there was no vocals.
That's kind of a nice thing about this scene. There seems like there are more instrumental bands now. It's kind of becoming more of an accepted thing, because I think a lot of people would just disregard bands without vocals, because it doesn't have that kind of immediate window directly communicating with you. It takes a little more of an attention span.
Well, I feel like automatically you think of jam bands or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of a band without vocals. And I think we try to stay away from that as much as possible. And I also feel like there's no room for vocals in what we do.